How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Keaton here. Today's just been a great day. I'm super excited to be making this video for you. I hope you get a ton of value out of it. This is video 5 in a series of videos about the marketing funnel, how to implement it in your business, specifically as a local or small service-based business. And so let's go hop into this next part. We're going to be covering paid promotion. Last video we talked about organic promotion. If you haven't seen that one, you might be a little bit confused, so make sure to go watch that one first. I'll link it up there as well as down in the description. Paid content creation. What is it about paid content creation that's different than organic content creation? So the biggest difference here is you have to understand the difference in traffic temperature, and you have to have your messaging very on point, because you're paying for these ads, and that's expensive if you get it wrong. So the very first step, we talked about this in organic content creation, how to do this, how to go about it, but is to just do your research, understand your customer on a very base level. What is it that they want? How is it that you can give that to them? And once you know those things, you're gonna be able to talk about them in your marketing in a way that will be effective for you. The reason for this is that you only have a split second to really capture their attention when you're using paid promotion. You know, when you're running a YouTube ad, or you're running a Facebook ad, or you're running a Google ad. With Google, you have literally like 90 characters to make yourself stand out from the competition. With Facebook, you have a lot more, but you're in a very saturated market trying to stand out. On YouTube, you only have like 3 to 5 seconds in your video to make sure that people click through on you instead of going to the video that they were gonna watch. You can see why paid content creation is a little bit different and why it's important to have your messaging and branding on point. So the best way to get your content out there, the best type of content to create online, most of the time for paid content, is going to be selling without selling. One of my mentors calls this creating a Trojan horse ad. Just to refresh your memory, the Greeks had been trying to get into Troy, the city of Troy, for like 10 years. They couldn't get in, and so they finally decided to make a horse as a peace offering to the Trojans and bring that horse to the gate of the city, and then they let them in. This was a giant horse, and they just thought, okay, like, I have no clue what this is for. They let it in, and then during the night, it turns out that they had packed that Trojan horse full of people, and then they overthrew Troy just because they had let them in. And so how do you create the same thing with your ads? You have to sell without selling. So you have to get the Trojan horse up to the gates of the city, ask the person if they'll let you in, and then once you're inside, that's when you start selling. And so we're gonna hop into my computer and look at a few examples of this so you kind of understand what I'm going for here, so that it really solidifies the concept for you. Okay, so here we are on my computer. We're gonna check out some ads by Smile Direct Club, as well as some ads by somebody in the consulting space, and kind of see the difference between the two, but how they both follow the same methodology. So scrolling down here, let's look at these. We know that Smile Direct Club knows what their customers care about, and so they're gonna try to talk about those things in their ads. Here it says, straighten your smile and start seeing results in as little as 90 days. Of course, every customer is going to care about the result that you promise to provide. It's also going to paint a clear picture here, this ad, about what this person looked like before and what they looked like after. So they're talking about straightening your smile, they're talking about seeing results fast, all things that people care about. Looking at this one, we straighten smiles for less than $3 a day. Straighten your smile for less than $3 a day with clear aligners. So either of these, when you click on the landing page, it's going to take you to this free 30-second smile assessment landing page. And so you're technically on their website. You can click off if you want to, but most people are going to click here, and most people will be on mobile when they click on it. So when they come in here, it's going to say, why are you thinking about straightening your teeth? It'll ask those questions, ask if I've had braces or Invisalign in the past. Choose the option that describes your biggest concern, picture of what they look like, your zip code, your email address, get your results. So let's walk through the psychology here. When somebody sees one of these ads, they're like, wow, straighten your smile for less than $3 a day, I can totally do that. Or straighten your smile and start seeing results in as little as 90 days, I definitely want that. So they click on it. Smile Direct Club hasn't tried to sell them anything. They've just talked about one specific part of what they do that could appeal to a potential customer. So when they click on it, it's saying free, everybody loves free, 30 seconds, everybody has 30 seconds smile assessment to figure out if it's the right fit. Take 30 seconds to see if Smile Direct Club is the right fit for you. So they fill this information out. They're building like kind of a relationship with this brand, and then they click get your results. It's going to send them an email. It's also going to put them over onto another page that tells them that yes, in fact, Smile Direct Club is right for you. And very rarely, if at all, is it going to say that it's not right for them. It's just an excuse to get their email address and then keep sending them marketing material. I've been on their email list to get marketing ideas and just kind of see what they're doing. And that's definitely something they do, is send emails almost every other day. So this is a great example of that Trojan horse idea of convincing a customer to let you in and then after trying to sell them. So let's look at another example of Sam Ovens. If you haven't heard of him, he does a lot of sales, online course sales, and coaches people on how to become coaches. And so he says here, coaches, consultants, course sellers, and service providers. Automatically, if I fit any of these descriptions, I'm going to pay attention to this, or if I've seen any of his YouTube videos, or if I've seen him anywhere online. And then he says, read this carefully before you hand over another dime to a business guru. The internet is bursting with many well-intentioned online business gurus. Having met many of them, I genuinely believe most of them are very good-natured. But for you, if some seem well-intentioned, then how do you know who to trust? Don't trust any of them or their claims. Trust their clients and only their clients. So he's giving me lots of value up front, giving me a piece of advice without even clicking anything except the see more button. Then once I click here, it's going to take me to a landing page. It's going to ask me for my name and my email if I click here. And then once I submit that, it's going to put me onto a page where I can watch this video of him giving me a lot of advice. And because he's leading with value, not with trying to sell me, this also qualifies as a Trojan horse ad. He's giving me lots of information here, and then he's also giving me lots of value here. So those are a couple great examples of how to use this Trojan horse idea and how to create the right kind of content for paid promotion. Okay, kind of cool, right? Trojan horse ads. But now I guess you're wondering, how on earth do I create something like that? Where do I start and what are the steps? 3 steps that we're really going over here in this whole marketing funnel training are: do your research first, then create the content, then worry about the tech. So when you get to this point in creating your marketing funnel, you're going to be super tempted to like go buy some marketing software, some email marketing software, like get a ClickFunnels account or do something like that just because you want to start dabbling in that. But don't do that. Don't do it. What you need to do is create, this number 2, you need to create the content first, because just trust me, if you do that before you do the tech, you're going to be super happy when you do the tech. It's going to make your life a lot easier when that happens. So for paid content, depending on what you're selling, you need pictures for your ads or videos. I would recommend starting with pictures. We covered that in the last video about how you can hire a cheap photographer off of Airbnb experiences to get you some great content to start putting out there. So pictures, you're going to need copy. That's another word for words. You're going to need the copy for your landing pages, for your ads, for your emails, for everything that you're going to send out. You need to write out the content before you even touch any of those platforms, so that when you do, all you have to do is copy paste the content. There's so much that goes into the tech side of things that could make your blood curdle, and so you want to make sure you have everything done on that side, so you're not like switching between steps 2 and 3 throughout the whole process, and then before you know it, you never finish anything. So it's really hard for me in this video to tell you exactly what you need to create, but I'm going to attempt to do so. So you need pictures for your ads to start out. You need to create the ad copy, the word specifically for the ad that's going to be on Facebook or on Google or on YouTube or whatever it is. And then you need to create the experience for what's going to happen after they click on the ad, whether that's a landing page, a messenger bot, or just going to your website. And then 4th, you're going to need to create email follow-up sequences. So once you get them, remember this is like the Trojan horse knocking on the door, and then once they get in, you need to follow up with them through email or through Messenger or through text. And so you need to write those parts out too, so that they can be funneled in. You can continue to stay in front of them throughout the whole process. Also, after this video, hopefully it's helpful for you to understand why we did organic content first, and why you should have organic content on your profile before you start running any type of paid ads, so that when people click through, they can see what type of person you are and get further indoctrinated through your organic content. Okay, so there you have it. That's how to create the paid content that you're going to use in your marketing funnel. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video, in which we're going to talk about how to distribute this content. I'm super excited for it. We're going to talk about how to swarm your local area and make sure you're showing up everywhere so that people can't forget about you, which is a very, very cool place to be in marketing, because that's the point when you realize that you've become somewhat of like the top of the food chain in your area, because you're showing up so often. And I'm going to teach you how to do that without breaking the bank. Super excited for that. Like and subscribe if you got some value out of this video, and I'll see you in the next one.